Howdy ho, guys and gals. I can't believe we got it. We got a leaked Spring Black Friday flyer for Harbor Freight. I didn't even know if they were going to do one because the last parking lot sale was so epic. I didn't know if it could happen, and I'll be honest, I said if it did, it would happen the first week of April, and I missed it by a week. It's the second week of April, starting on the 10th. Again, but I did call this part. It's going to start on a Monday. It's going to go through Thursday. If you're inside track, everyone else has to hold off for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not a big deal, right? I mean, it's going to be the same prices and everything. Well, hold the phone. We're going to talk about why it might be important to be inside track. But this is going to be a your mileage may vary kind of situation. All right, let's take a look at what they have over here. Pardon me for looking off to the side. I got my big monitor over there, my bad old eyes here. They can't handle the small screen on my laptop. So first off, we got 44-inch, 22-inch deep double bank roller cabinets. For those of you in the know, if you've been around the channel, if you're subscribed, you are subscribed, of course. While you're doing it, you chomp the like button there. It'd be okay. I wouldn't be upset at all. But that said, Series 3 is coming out May 1st. That's 5/1 is going to be the date. That's what's been leaked to me so far from some insiders. Could be a little bit sooner because Harbor Freight for this year has just been, they've been delivering early on everything. And I don't know how they're doing it. I honestly don't, but they've been doing it. So A+ there. But these are going away. And managers have been told they can clear this stuff out. So $500, your mileage may vary, so you can get a better price than that. Don't forget though, if you get the credit card, they show the credit card there, and I'm really iffy on credit. I don't like to see people, especially younger people, get caught by the credit trap. All right, but if you do use it, then pay it off immediately. Like if you got the money, like I got the $500 right now, and I got good credit, consider opening up the card because you're going to get another discount on top of that for opening the card. I think it's like 10%. So that's another $50 off there. So that would be worth it if you ask me. All right, Portland pressure washer. Again, back to that pre-pandemic pricing. $70 on that pressure washer. Oh my gosh. Is it the best pressure washer in the world? No, but it will wash your car, it'll wash your fence, it'll do basic around the house, basic electric pressure washer kind of stuff, as good as the next one. And now they've got the attachment. There's like a $10, $15 attachment that lets you put an actual what do you call it, the foam cannons on it. In fact, they even sell a real foam cannon now. So if you see my old videos on that, don't worry with those weird adapters. They have the Portland adapters now. Badlands, 12,000 pound with the synthetic rope. This is a beast. The Apex, it's on sale, $80 off down to $550. That is a monster of a winch. We got the basic Pittsburgh red floor jack there, the 3-ton for $109. Not bad. We got the Franklin ladder, it's AKA the Little Giant. I have both. I can't tell the difference. They're both wicked heavy, all right? They're not, I guess for some people who are in a specific business where it makes sense, I don't see this as a business ladder. I wouldn't want to lug this thing around all the time, but for home use, it's all right. The outdoor lights, great accent lights, and the $10 disposable drill bit set. Yeah, I have a couple of those lying around because sometimes there's jobs where I don't want to use a good drill bit on it. There just isn't, or there just are. All right, next up, we got the bronze shop light again at $17. Linkable, 4-foot LED, was 4 foot, 5500 LED linkable shop light. That is just a ridiculously good deal. We got a couple of the air compressors. Those are back again at $50. It's like they're repeating that last sale. I mean, look at this. The Predator super quiet 3500 inverter generator. You going camping this summer? First of all, get your reservations now because camping is going crazy this summer. It's going to go insane. People are worried about pricing or about the economy and stuff like that. They're pulling back. So no big trips, no big, like we're going to fly to Iwo Jima or something like that. I don't know if anybody goes to Iwo Jima. Anyway, it just came out. Anyway, but a lot of people are looking to go camping this summer. $780. And remember, a lot of the parks now have that rule where even if they do allow a generator, it has to be an inverter generator due to noise levels. All right, let's talk about welders. We get the Chicago Flux 125. Great price, $100, pass. That titanium 125 at 170, we'll call it 170. That is a great entry-level hot glue gun of a welder. And it is. And that's what I call the flux core. The flux core because there's no gas tank. There's nothing needed. It's all built right into the wire. So you just go to town. Now do it outdoors, well-ventilated area, because again, the flux, it's built into the wire. That's going to produce a lot of gas. There's going to be splatter. You just can't get away from that with flux cord. Just be prepared for that. Also, don't use the mask that comes. I don't know if they still come with a face shield kind of thing. They're ridiculous. The cheaper ones do. I don't know. Get a good. We'll talk about those in a little bit. We got the alkaline batteries. Those are a good deal there for $5. Those are good batteries. We got the zip ties. I always keep a pack of these in my truck because you never know when you're going to need them. Safety glasses, $1. Yeah, if you need some extra spares thrown around the shop, maybe the weather tarp for $3. Those blue tarps are only good for stationary items. Don't put it on anything that moves because they'll fray. But otherwise, I mean, they work. We got the ratchet tie downs. I only use those for accessories. They're real lightweight. Like I'll use big straps and then for like some miscellaneous tie downs. Remember, how many ratchet straps is too many? That's a trick question. There's no such thing. And the ammo box for $3. I can't have enough of those ammo boxes. I use them for all sorts of stuff. We use it for camping, for traveling, for miscellaneous gear, for hunting, all sorts of stuff. I use them all the time. And at $3, that's was it 57% off? Buy them all. All right, this big red square we got to talk about. This is the big thing when it comes to these sales. This is where the big savings comes, and that is in open box and returned items. Now, those are items that get returned to the store. They may be corporate returns. They could be items that went back, got refurbished, got sent back, and the store's just been told to clear them out. All right, it says up to 78% off. Well, note that up to part is important because not everything is 78% off. Again, this is where it helps to have a good relationship with your local manager. Also, if you're in an area that has multiple stores, figure out which store ahead of these sales. Use the one that usually ends up with the corporate returns, because that's the store that's going to have more of the good deals and stuff. So make sure you check that out. Again, this is where the deal hunting goes. It's not deal getting, it's deal hunting. All right, moving along. Bauer. We're going to talk about some more Bauer stuff later on. But the surface conditioning tool, of course, they sent that to me. We tested it. That thing is fantastic. I got one project here that I'm going to be using it for, and then I'm donating it to the, what do you call it? The auto shop at the high school. I don't do enough with that here, and if I need another one back in Montana, I'll just buy another one. But always like to support the local auto shop, and, teaching kids real skills that they can use in the real world. The random orbit DA double action polisher there for $70. We got the bandsaw, $100. Man, that's an average sale price on that. It's a fantastic bandsaw, average sale price. And what do we got? The rotary hammer there. Where to go? I just lost it. Oh, there it is. $79.99. That's a decent price on that. And then we got the cordless, the Bauer stuff. We got the 1/2-inch drill driver and the hammer drill, $48 for the kit, $58.99 for the kit on the hammer drill. Remember, the new Bauer brushless stuff is out though, so consider that before you jump in on this. These are decent. They're decent. The brushless stuff is ridiculous. All right, moving on. We've got the titanium. If you want best bang for buck from Harbor Freight, the titanium welders are where it's at. And this is the OmniPro. I'm sorry, not OmniPro. Unlimited 200 multi-process welder. It does 120. It does 240. It's $748. That's a pretty good sale price on that. And then we got the MIG 170. If you're just going to do MIG and that's all you need, then just step down there to the one for $500. And MIG, and that's just a standard go-to kind of welder. Now remember, what's going to differentiate these from the Vulcan? There may be a lot less fine detail kind of, or inputs, you could say. But the real issue is runtime. How often you have to let it take a break, go and grab a cup of coffee, hit the head, that kind of stuff. Welders need to cool down, at least the less expensive one. Do you get the super high end, you're paying 10 grand for a welder, you may not have that kind of issue. But when you're spending $500, it's going to need to take a break. Treat your tools right, all right? Runtime on tools is important. I get people who are like, I ran this tool for half an hour straight, it was $10 and it died, I'll never shop there again. Seriously? All right, Franklin, 800-pound capacity hand truck. I talk about this time and time again. Get one of these for your house and your shop. Buy this one, buy another one. I don't care, but don't hurt yourself moving heavy equipment and appliances and stuff like that. Work smart, you're back. We got one of the members of the den is in, just had surgery recently. We haven't heard back from him. Our prayers and thoughts are out with him. I don't want to call him out. He's talked about before in the live stream. If you want to join the live stream every Sunday, we start at 5 p.m. Pacific, I think it is. If you're subscribed, you'll see the notices for it. All right, moving along with the Warrior 10-inch, 15-inch table saw, $120, $130. I can't think of a more cost-effective way to lose fingers than this table saw. All right. To be fair, it's nothing against the Franklin, all right, and the Harbor Freight saw. My heart, my feelings go out to the guys who were forced to design this thing. I hate these super lightweight. First of all, I don't like super compact job site table saws unless you're on a job site and you need a saw you can carry with you all the time. That's the only reason to use one of these. A table saw, bigger and heavier, is always better. All right, you're going to get better fence, you're going to get more stability, you're going to get a smoother surface. Always better. When you get smaller and smaller, you get more dangerous, and lighter as well. Don't buy this saw unless this is specifically what you need or all you can afford. And if it is all you can afford, I get it. Please be safe. I'll be honest though, a buddy of mine, Phil, his dad, he invests in housing. And he uses these. This is a saw. He uses the Ryobi version of this saw to work on when he's working on roofs. He goes up to fix the roofs, and he takes his saw up there with him. He's a different sort of cat, man. That's all there is to it. He's built different. And dude's got to be like 80 or something at this point. He's still up on roofs with table saws doing this sort of thing. He's a wild character. All right, moving on. I talked about welding helmets. We got the red design auto welding helmet here, auto darkening, for $42.99. It's a decent one. Look at the square inch, 6.78 square inches of viewing field. It feels a lot smaller. The one next to it there, you're looking at $80. It's going to get you 9.3. It feels significantly bigger. It really does. All right, we got the folding sawhorses, $10. These aren't going to be main sawhorses. These are like I keep a set of these as secondary sawhorses. So I have my main setup, and if I have something over here, I just need to set up a little holding area or like a paint drying area, something like that. I'll use sawhorses like this. Heat gun, $10. Will it do most heat gun jobs? It will. Is it going to be super awesome and amazing? No, but it's a $10 heat gun. Hardy gloves, $7.99. Not down that $5 like we saw before. Not super expensive, but not as cheap as we had seen. The Central Machinery for the belt disc sander. This thing has been around for ages. I had one. They're a little bit anemic. If you know the tricks to fixing it, it can be much better. There's some things you got to do to fine tune it and make it work even better. And at $80, I was like, there's cheaper ones out there than $80. I looked, there aren't. If you can find one that's a better deal than that's at that price or less, let me know. Put it down in the comments. I'll pin it. I didn't see one. The floor mat there for $9. That's a great one. If you're always working in the same spot kind of stuff or same workstation, get those. If you're working on concrete and stuff, it is much easier on your feet and your knees over the years. Then down below, we get trigger spray nozzle. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe they've updated it, but the last one I used from there, because the last one I used was green. So maybe this is an update, but the last one was junk. This might be better. Moving blankets, they're okay. The funnel piece set for it, nothing to write home about, but for 99 cents, a 4-pack of funnels. Yeah, get it. Magnetic tool holder for $2.75. That thing's fantastic. American flag for $4.99. Not made in America. Not available in Minnesota because Minnesota has a law saying all American flags have to be made in America. Harbor Freight does in most stores sell an American-made flag for more money. Electric fly swatter for $2.99. Do not hit your spouse with that. Don't ask me why I know. All right. Retaliation is not fun. Let's talk generators. All right. Look at this. As I said, my beard's getting out of control here. The pre-pandemic pricing, look at that. The 95, this is the one my family paid for out of our own money. Harbor Freight didn't send it to us. We went out and we bought this for our house. All right. Now this is at the level of a home house generator, depending on what you need, what you're going to run in your house, what circuits you're going to serve, and how big your house is. We have a fairly small house up in Montana. It was built 140 years ago, so it'll run our whole house there. $1,900 down from, it's gone up to $2,400. That is a fantastic generator. The only downside on that generator is that it's not dual fuel. That would be the only thing on the wish list for it. Then if you want the 9,000, which is the one we had before this, And we decided to upgrade to this one because we wanted the super quiet and the inverter. We wanted the better electricity, and honestly, it was the super quiet issue. You know, we don't like to advertise that we got power when everyone else doesn't. Anyway, 9,000 watt generator there for $769. It's a great generator. It's a beast. It puts out a ton of power. But again, it's going to be pretty loud. And all these, remember, don't put them in your garage when you run them. Don't put them under the eaves of your house, because that's how your house breathes, and it will just suck those fumes up, pipe them right into your house. All right, the pressure washer, Predator pressure washer there, $369. That's an okay deal. The gas auger for $199. That's kind of a standard sale price, if I remember correctly. We got the trash water pump. That means it pumps water that has stuff in it. Doesn't mean the water pump is trash. Fun fact. And the 6.5 212, $110. Used to be a $99 ones. You know, you used to be able to get a Snickers for a nickel too. All right, the paint sprayers. The Omni paint sprayers. They've really come up with the paint sprayers there. They're excellent. $50 for the Avani. Then they got the airless one for $200. I know a ton of people who use this. I know at least a handful of people who flip houses who use that paint sprayer and love it. The electric chainsaw is $37. It's around the house pruning kind of chainsaw. The pressure pack, I haven't used that. The Hydro Star, I've heard back from several people that they loved it. I heard one guy who said that it broke on him. Just giving you the data that I have. Apache, the waterproof, I have this one. It's fantastic. I've had some Pelican cases in the past. I can't tell the difference in build quality, really. They do everything the Pelicans do for a fraction of the price. So, all right, Hercules, look at this. We got oh my gosh, the miter saw is $300. That's launch level pricing right there. That's ridiculous. If you've been wanting to get, it's got the drop shadow light. This is the equivalent, not of the DeWalt 779. This is the equivalent of the 780. And that's the one that has got the drop shadow light. The 779 is blind, no light, no laser. This is a fantastic saw, just absolutely fantastic. I used it for years, and I actually ended up giving it to a friend of mine who does flooring, because I got one of the ones with the zero rear clearance that I use in my shop. But other than the zero, I mean, if they came out with one with zero rear clearance, I would love to put that in my shop. But right now, this is for that price, you're not going to come close to anything else. We got the impact driver, $180 on the Ultra Torque. Now remember, if you haven't been around, all right, this is at or near the same levels as the best of the Milwaukee, the best of the DeWalts. It's coming in with a 5-year warranty, 3-year on the battery. Go check out Torque Test channel. They did a whole review on this, and it's an absolute beast. We got look at the 5 amp hour battery. Who else is doing 5 amp hour batteries with Samsung cells for $50? Who? And a 3-year warranty. Then we got more of the Badlands, the 9,500 pound with the wire rope there for $290. The Badlands are great winches for the price. $169 for the 5,000 pound UTV winch. Also decent utility trailer winch there. We got some of the Hallmaster stuff. We got the mini hook set. The shank set, yada yada, the cushion screwdriver. Yeah, all right. All right, let's keep going here. We're almost through this, and then don't click away, because once we get through this, I got some new items. I got some other sale items that are really important, and I got some other information that you're gonna love this. All right, $250 on the 3-ton low profile Super Duty with rapid pump. All right, that means it gets up there quick. $250 on the Daytona. We got the 3-ton heavy duty jacks there coming in at $30. Remember, that's 3 tons for the pair. These are the new redone ones. They've got the pin, so you got double, triple safety on them. And then we got the creepers coming in for $30. Guys, if you're a bigger guy, it says 300 pounds. I've seen some guys use it all the time. Works great. I've seen a lot of guys who send me pictures, and the wheels have like broken through the plastic and stuff. It's kind of, it depends on the quality of the floor in your shop. If you got a lot of seams, a lot of stuff it's going to trip over, that's going to be an issue and probably cause that. 1-ton crane there for $200. I think that's going to go away because they're replacing the cranes now. They're going, Pittsburgh's all going Pittsburgh red. So they're going to be in, they just replaced the 2-ton crane. I think they're going to replace this one shortly. US General, the 4-drawer carts. I like the 4-drawer carts. The 5-drawer just seems a little, I mean, it's a personal choice. I like the 4-drawer better. That's just me. 180 bucks. The Braun rechargeable light magnetic, $20. That's a buy it now price. That's a great light. The Hardy gloves for $5. That's a no-brainer right there. Okay. Oh my gosh, the dryness out here is getting to me. I'm not sponsored by Pepsi Zero, but I should be. Honestly, I'll drink Pepsi Zero or Coke Zero, interchangeable. I don't care. All right, next up, we got McGraw air compressors, the 21-gallon PSI. This is a great air compressor. I was anti no oil air compressors, but the tech has changed. And I'm not just saying this for Harbor Freight. A lot of them out there, a lot of the brands, they've gotten so much better. We got the 6-gallon pancake. That's a great nailer compressor there, coming in at 150 bucks. We got the Earthquake in your choice of candy-like colors there, coming in at 100 bucks. The tool set, I'm not a big fan of the tool set. Click type torque wrenches, look at that, down to 12 bucks. Again, these are not super, like you're not going to be working on the space shuttle or all sorts of stuff with it, but if you just need a basic torque wrench, they'll do the job. But if you buy all three, maybe you'd be better off just getting some of the digital ones. Just saying, it's almost like I did a video on that. The Jackery, I hate Jackery. I do. I'm sorry. They're not bad. I think they're overpriced for what you get. I don't like the design. 100 watts, and this is from a company that has attempted to work with me on several occasions, and I'm like, pass. 100 watt, the solar kit. This solar kit is a great way to play around with solar and just see what it's like. Is this going to be like your full solution for them? I've seen people put them on enclosed utility trailers, stuff like that. They're okay for camping. They're a decent little kit. I think the best use for them though is learning how solar works in a whole system, because it comes with everything you need for a basic system. And once you get your mind wrapped around how this works, then you can start expanding that system and figuring out what you're going to do with it. All right, and then this is the last page of the sale, but then we got extra stuff after this. We got the Air Impact twin hammer there, the 1/2 inch. Oh, this is the super compact, the little one I've shown time and time again. 100 bucks. We got the gravity feed gun for 10 bucks. I know pros who use this gun for putting down base layers. It's a good gun. The rubber hose from Merlin. And all the Merlin stuff I've tried has been top notch. 1/2 inch drive impact deep socket set, your choice, SAE or metric, for 20 bucks. That's a decent set. Now, whether it has skips, it probably has skips in it. It's Pittsburgh. The Armstrong swivel mount, not bad for 10 bucks for a lightweight TV. I don't know if I'd put a 42 inch on that. What as light as TVs are these days. Oh my gosh. I'm sitting here, we're in our RV, and where we spend about a third of the year. And I've got a 50-inch TV on a pivot mount. And because they're so light and it can just live there, and it does fine. We got tires. We got the microfiber cloths for 4 bucks. You got to have those. The Voyager tool bag there for 5 bucks. That's a no-brainer. The step drill bits are decent. This light, I'm not a fan of. And the earmuffs right here, they're not the best. I keep a couple pairs around for in the range bag in case we have guests or something. And they should have brought their own. Anyway, let's talk about the sale that's going on right now, because somebody's going to ask, what about the 3 gifts? Any deal? You can get the yellow batteries, the flashlight, or the screwdrivers, and then you can promptly throw them away because they're all junk. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of the batteries. Allegedly, they got better. Years ago, I got a pack where they were actually too short. I kid you not. You put it in a device and it wouldn't reach both contacts. I tried them in multiple devices. They just made a whole set that were too short. Who knows how many of them they made like that. But I'm sure that's not, I've seen them since then, that's not the case, but they're not great batteries. These terrible flashlights and the screwdrivers will just frustrate you and probably end up stripping screws or stripping themselves, or they're junk. Unless you're going to use it to like create another tool out of, in which case that's perfect for that. All right, let's keep going. We got some other stuff. This one, a lot of you contacted me about this, said, hey, you got to tell everyone about this. And I do. The Franklin workstation workhorse kind of thing is similar to the Jaw Horse that's out there. I've had the Jaw Horse. Jaw Horse is fantastic. But this, lot less money, $100 right now. I looked around. There's nobody selling a clamping workstation right now for anything close to that price. I think there's some generic one on Amazon I saw for $110. But you walk in any store, pick this up. Here's how good this thing is, and it's not perfect by any means. The clamps on the rear leg, I hate those things. I hate those kind of. Anyway, once you get it set up, it stays where it's supposed to stay. But for travel and stuff, it's a real pain. But I had the same issue with the jaw horse from whatchamacallit. Anyway, the one I have is living outside in Montana. And it's been out there for like 3 years right next to the house. And I use it for all sorts of, I use it for cutting firewood and stuff like that. I use it for all sorts of stuff. And it stays out there winter, spring, summer, fall. It has turned a lovely shade of pink, and yet still works fine. I mean, it's got piles of snow, water in it that froze. I've treated this thing like a redheaded stepchild. I know I was a redheaded stepchild. I've treated it horribly, and it still does fine. For $100, I think you'll do just all right with it. Better than all right. Bauer deals, we've talked about these before. We talked about the Hercules deals. You can pause the screen. We've talked about this. It's been going on for a while. But that said, we talked about this. 5-year warranty on all the brushless Hercules 20-volt stuff. We got the 5-year warranty, 3-year on the battery, right? And what did I say? I said, Harbor Freight, if you really want to make this a pro-level line of tools, you got to do the same thing with the 12-volt. This is how much pull we have over here, folks, because you all said the same thing. 5-year warranty, 3-year on 12-volt batteries. That's right. The same warranty that blew people away on the 20-volt is now on remember, this is only for brushless, though. Brushless 20-volt, brushless 12-volt, but also the batteries on both, whether you're using it with a brushless system or not. 5-year limited warranty on that tool, 3-year on the 12-volt battery. That is fan-frickin-tastic. I can't believe they actually did it. All right, this one. We talked about the anvil, and I said I saw it at SEMA. It looked fantastic. It came out in stores recently. The price point was amazing. It looked amazing. I hadn't got it in my shop, so I didn't know. We'd have to wait and see when we got back to the shop. Well, guess what? Christ-Centered Ironworks, a guy I've been following on and off. I watch this stuff every so often for years here. Great channel. You got to check him out. I'll put a link down below to this. He got the anvil in shop, and he had some pretty kind things to say about it. So go check it out. Especially you guys were asking about rebound and hardness, that kind of stuff, because he does the testing on it. And this is a guy who knows his way around some hot iron. So check that out. Also, we're seeing more of the central machinery vices coming back in. The blue ones have moved out. The gray ones are moving in. A real step up in quality, I have to say. Let's as far as look and feel, we'll have to see if they hold out as well. Now this one, the Bauer brushless. If you guys have missed this, the Bauer line, Bauer got its own high torque. This thing's ridiculous, 1,000 foot-pounds, and it's doing it, man. It is doing the deed. And if you guys don't believe me, Torque Test channel, I'll put a link down below. Go check it out. They reviewed it, and again, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you got to see it. All right. Also, Daytona, the new hydraulic bottle jacks for Daytona, not just the 12-ton. There's a 20-ton. There's some other ones coming out. This one, somebody just asked recently. I wish Harbor Freight had more hardware. And I realize this isn't like going to, to Ace and finding a single bolt or single washer, but stacks like this, especially for you new guys setting up a shop, it's great to be able to just buy something like this for $30. You get the boxes with it, and you get an assortment of nuts and bolts that just are going to fill a lot of needs that you have. All right. Somebody just recently asked me, when are Harbor Freight going to come out with cordless grease guns? It's been out for a while. The other one, and it's on sale for $100. Also, the Bauer, it's springtime, right? Look at this, $80. That's a $20. You need a $20 coupon right there, coming down from $100 for the variable speed rotary polisher sander there, and it's springtime. Now, that said, somebody, and it was probably my fault, I don't remember who it was supposed to call Montana and tell them it's springtime, because that's springtime in Montana. That's my neighbor's house. That's yesterday. That's a foot of snow in March. And people ask why I come to Vegas. I come down here because my oldest son lives down here. But this doesn't hurt. And then here, look at the forecast. Saturday, snow. Sunday, snow. Winter storm warning until Monday at noon. Meanwhile, California is like, hold my beer, Montana. California is just under it. That 17 broke a 40-year record. Some places at the 50-foot mark. That's in Mammoth. You ever heard of too much of a good thing? That's a ski lift. It's in this. Look at the chairs behind them. They can't run. They have too much snow. Talk about feast or famine for ski country these days. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Do me a favor and click the like button if you like the content we bring here. It really helps out the channel. While you're down there, consider subscribing. And if you're going to do that, you got to ring the bell. Otherwise, YouTube doesn't believe you. We're going to be on top of all the other Spring Black Friday deals coming out. We're checking in for Home Depot every day, for Lowe's every day, for Ace. I'll see if I can find some Menards. Menards isn't a great one for me. I wish there'd be another tool YouTuber who lived in Menards country who would pick up Menards and start covering Menards religiously to help out those folks. It's something I can't do because I don't have one near me and I can't really keep up with them. But that said, you all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.